Good morning, Gia. Today is Sunday, November the 17th, 2024. Well, of course my flock has been quiet all morning, and as soon as I get ready to come out here to video this message for you from your beautiful angel daughter, Courtney, my flock now is everywhere and going crazy. I just have to say, well, many things. You know, Courtney is a very special angel to me. Thank you, Gia, for coming to me this morning. Thank you for always coming to me. I am a little distracted right now because my sheep and everything, and my little new silky hen over here, she's wandering off. I got to keep an eye on her. I have to say, first of all, whoa. Let's back up a little bit to one of the messages, many of the messages that Courtney has given to you over the past many months. Courtney has had me go to the opposite side of our farm by the bridge, which we know is where the East Star is and where the East is. Today, Courtney had me come to the west side of our farm where I have Beaver Hill. I named this Beaver Hill after a bobcat was hit by a car and catapulted into our farm back in April, and my livestock guardian dogs found this, what I thought was a feral cat, and I put in my baby Bjorn and held it for about 9 hours until it died, and after it died, this was the first life that I buried here and named it Beaver Hill. I named the cat Beaver because days before it was hit by the car, I saw it back here in this field and thought it was a beaver, which is interesting because why would I think a bobcat with a bobtail would be a beaver, which has a tail? Beaver the cat became a very significant spiritual influence in my life back in April, and since then has continued to reappear in many different ways that have helped to continue leading me in my own personal, well, divinities and sharings of spirituality. I do have to get up now because my little girl is coming over here. So it's interesting because Courtney brought me to the west side today, so we need to start off with that. Be aware of the West. We've heard of the West Side Story, right? Isn't that a famous movie? I don't know much about it, but I'm just going with the flow right now because, as you know, as soon as I hit the record button to do these video messages for you, regardless of whether I connect with Courtney prior to doing these videos, whenever I hit the record button, Courtney always becomes present and you see her all around. Well, you don't see her, I don't see her, but when I say see her, I see her through my soul. And it's beyond what we can even see with our soul because Courtney is energy. She's not a body floating around in the skies or standing on my shoulder, although she can be those things at any given time. I've also got to keep an eye on Manfred back here, my old man. He's wandering off. That's fine. I don't worry about him, but I do need to worry about her because, well, on my farm here, Gia, the west side is where we have a natural freeway, which is where the coyotes and the raccoons and the foxes and deer and all of that are in constant flow, which would represent danger, yes? So I'm not sure what the west side of the property is meaning, but that'll become, well, number one, part of your journey today in your own life for seeking the meaning of such messages that your daughter delivers to you from heaven. I'm already saying wow and whoa. That's pretty amazing. I connected with Courtney just a few moments ago, and on my Alexa barn, a song came on. I've never heard it in my life before, and I love it when Spirit in particular presents songs that I've never heard before and has me actually definitely feel that this song needed to be heard as part of Courtney's message today. I can't find the lyrics, which is interesting also. I Googled them before starting this video, and it says the lyrics are not available yet. So you'll definitely want to listen to this song today because there is great meaning in the words, which I don't even know what the words are, but I know there's great meaning. And the meaning is not for me anyway. It is for you. The name of the song is called All Boots, Allboots by Cece, C-E-C-E. Little country song. Definitely look up those words and also look up what the west side means. And there's a lizard. Oh, a grasshopper. A grasshopper. Okay, so Courtney wants me to see that grasshopper. I have not seen a grasshopper ever here. Hi, little guy. Hi. Here's another thing for you to do today. Well, Courtney's going to fill your day already, I'm telling you. So look up the spirit meaning of grasshopper. I'm telling you, my favorite site is called What is My Spirit Animal? Type in the words in your Google search engine. What is my spirit animal? Grasshopper. Read the words. Gia, you'll see. Part of your daughter's message today is delivered in the grasshopper in the West with a song called All Boots by Cece. Note that heaven, here we go along into the message, heaven does utilize life. Such things in life as Hollywood, movies, TV shows, music, spirit animals. And my little graveyard fell over here. You know, I also have a fox buried here that we found on our bridge that was already passed. And I have 2 little baby chicks buried here, as well as a moth, a Luna moth. I got to keep an eye on my little girl here. She blends in with everything. Gia, you know I'm only one venue, one vessel, one source of life in this life that is able to deliver such messages from a parallel universe, which I refer to as heaven. I am not special, so to speak, and yet what is special is that I have no fear in sharing with life in ways that perhaps the first journeys of the first half of my life I was afraid because I didn't understand. At some point, heaven guided me, angels guided me to shedding that fear of life itself and being judged or shamed or ridiculed, and saying that yes, Natalie does talk to angels. You know it's real. I know it's real. You are real yourself. This is part of Courtney's message for you today, Gia, is that in life, we need to share. And everything that you are learning, everything that you are receiving from your daughter, who is an angel in heaven, everything that she shares with you is meant to be shared. This is what creates the circle of life, Gia. If somebody shares something and then it's not reshared somehow, well, then that circle gets stuck, much like my hamster did. Gets stuck on that spinning wheel because he was so fat. He ended up dying. I'm not trying to say you're going to die here, because I know you will share in some way, somehow, even when you're sharing with Ed. It then becomes Ed's responsibility too, divine responsibility to share, to not be afraid to share that angels are real. Remember again that death is but a breath. Life is eternal. You can't hug Courtney here anymore in life. You can't pick up the phone and call her. But you do have a phone within your soul that is always charged. And you can always call. Oh my gosh, my little hen is going, she's going ham over here. Gia, you are an open vessel. You are a beautiful open vessel, which is beautiful in receiving such life. And it amazes me, comforts me, and brings me joy to know the ways that you receive, not just the messages that I give to you from your daughter from heaven, but all of the ways that you receive your daughter's messages to you, that you find and seek and discover and hear and see and smell and taste in your own life's ways. The truth is, Gia, if everybody could be more like you and me, oh my God, everybody's going crazy on my farm. I'm sorry, like, they're not loud, but it's like they're everywhere. I got to keep an eye on everybody here. If everybody could be more like us, Gia, yes, if everybody could be more like you and me, we'd be a much happier world. We really would be a more happier people, more balanced world. Part of life's biggest problems is the blame, shame, and judgment of life. others in life. It's so easy for us to avoid connecting with our own being and ricocheting off of ourselves and just shaming others and blaming others for all of life's problems and woes and our worries. You are not like the rest of the world. Look at my cat going up the tree there. There's Courtney too. She loves utilizing my barn cat for you. What life says is true. When we are able to move beyond what life says of us, to discover the depths of our own being, our own entities of mind, body, and soul, then we are able to accept the reality that yes, death is but a breath. I've said this many times to you before, as well as I've shared this with many others in life. Death is but a breath. Life is eternal. It is a final inhale and or exhale, and our soul is released to more than above and beyond. It is to above and beyond, to infinity and beyond. You see, like the song, here's another song she brought up by Vera Lynn, Veralynn. Very popular song. I actually have this on my playlist. I do love listening to it. It's called We'll Meet Again. Those lyrics are all about we'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Well, I'd say this is some sunny day today, and not only am I meeting with your daughter and Angel right now, Sunday, November the 17th, 2024, when you receive this message, you too will be meeting your daughter on a sunny day. Just keeping an eye on everybody over here. Everybody's all right. I'm right here. I'm just giving a spirit message, okay, guys? They're like, yeah, we know. I've often talked to you also, Gia, about how we create our life to become whatever it becomes. And the more we can create our life to become a fairy tale, the more we are able to enjoy a life of adventure and journey, which leads to what? Further discoveries. We are meant to be curious beings in this life. But when we fear the unknown and we only seek the scientific validations of life, well, we are blocking ourselves from receiving a whole lot of peace and joy. You don't block yourself, and this is what makes you a beautiful person, Gia. Courtney showed me a vision earlier, just a few moments ago. It was of you and her together. She was on a electric guitar, really skinny. It was a white, all white, really long and skinny white guitar, and she was on it. And it was like a white background, you know, like if you were going to do a music video in some studio or something. And she was the one on the electric. Specifically, she made me see it was an electric guitar. It was plugged in. I don't know where it was plugged in. I didn't see any outlets, but this is the way it goes with spirit visions. You were standing tall and you were singing on a microphone, and I couldn't hear the words. I couldn't hear the rhythm, the beat, the sound of the music, but I knew you were singing, and I could see you grooving to your own, you know, beat, just singing, 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 singing. And there was your daughter behind you playing that electric guitar. This vision, I believe, is meant for you, well, to smile. She wants you to smile and remember that her greatest connection with you is music. You know, I know. Courtney is always wanting you to dance, always wanting you to sing, always wanting you to get out there and shake your thing. Today, she wants you to sing. She also wants you to listen to those two songs, All Boots, CC, and Vera Lynn, We'll Meet Again. Part of what Courtney delivers to you, as I said also, is that she wants you to deliver as well. This is kind of new. I believe you already do kind of share, but in life what happens is I'm sure a lot of your sharings are more grief-related in response to people that may say things to you like, I'm so sorry about your daughter, you know? Having her have me see the vision of you singing and she was behind you is her way of also wanting you to step out there and create your own plateau, your own venues of sharing what your daughter as an angel wants life to know and is going to utilize you as her mother, not just me, to do in life, which is to share that heaven is real. The more we share, it's not about caring. It's not about proving. It's not about validating. Sharing is what gives life meaning. Sharing is what imprints it into our own being, into our own soul. And the more we share, the more it becomes real in its own ways, in our own ways. It's not about convincing or proving to anybody in life that your daughter is an angel and that you connect with her and that you feel her and that you see her and taste her and smell her and all of those good things, that she delivers such visions to people like me for you. It's not about proving this. Remember that. It is about sharing. It is about capturing the attentions of life in such ways that do make people go, wait a second, what does she just say? She talks to her daughter who's, an angel in heaven is no longer alive in this life. Yeah, you do want to capture people's attentions in those ways because these are the ways in capturing life's attentions that help to continue sharing heaven's missions for life. Heaven wants more and more people in this life to believe, because once we believe, then we're able to create such venues and vessels of hope. And hope is what leads us to having further faith. Look up also, Google, the definition, the simple definition. This is where I want you to start your journal too. Natalie. Look up the definitions of hope and faith. Sharing. Write those definitions down in this little journal. Create your own special journal. Whether you're doing it at the God tree, I want to keep bringing that God tree up, you know it. Doesn't matter where you are, Gia, you could be sitting on your bed, but definitely find you a notebook. It doesn't have to be a pretty notebook, but find you a notebook and a pen and create your own special divine angel journal where you can jot down your own thoughts of Courtney, as well as of life and what you're feeling with your life, learning to live a life with your daughter in a parallel universe. Your daughter is not dead. I don't talk to dead people. Like when I clean headstones, I'm not talking to dead people. Yes, there is a body beneath the ground when I'm cleaning headstones, but they're not even dead, because death is but a breath. We leave behind a body that does, well, disintegrate, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Courtney had me hear the word cartoons. And at the same time she had me hear the word cartoons, I also was like, oh, it's Sunday, Sunday fun day. I don't know what your venues are on Sundays. I don't know your work schedule, if you work on Sundays or not. But Courtney wants you to create a day. We have 7 days in a week, right? She wants you to create one day, whether it's Sunday or whatever day is best for you, to be Sunday fun day. Someday fun day for you. A day where you put aside, remember how she always swipes me? If I'm like trying to get into my mind too much, she's like, no, just keep going, right? So she's doing this with you right now, wanting you to create your own Sunday, someday fun day, where you swipe aside your routine, your schedule, your structure, your to-do list. That all can wait. That's every day of life, right? We do need one day a week where we take those adventures. We take ourselves away from those venues of routine, schedule, and structure and take a walk through the woods whether it's going through the real woods or metaphorically speaking, however you so shall choose to do so. It is very important for us, Courtney is saying, it is very important for us to wander and wonder. When we wander, we kind of put those thoughts to the side. Isn't that what heaven does when angels like Courtney are connecting to me? What have I always told you? When your daughter is present, as she is right now within my soul, she pushes my mind off a little bookshelf in the back of my head somewhere so that she can tap into my soul. And then, of course, at some point, my soul does have to utilize my body and my mind to deliver these messages. Does this make sense? I know it's a little bit deep today, but then again, I love, Gia, that you know how Natalie has no depths to my own wandering soul in this life. It is important for us to learn to let go. I'm not talking about letting go of life of your daughter. I'm talking about letting go of life in life, meaning letting go of life itself. Letting go of, as I said, the routine, schedule, and structure. Yes? Not every day we can't do that. We do have to work. We do have to make money. We do have to pay bills. We do have to go grocery shopping ourselves. And we do have to do laundry and all of those things. But we do need to take time each week. She's having me sit down right now. And she goes, Natalie, you need to take a chill. She told me I need to chill right now. Oh, boy. She says right now, too, here's another song. Do you ever listen to gospel music? Gospel music. When I hear the word gospel, I think of church. Well, here we are on Sunday, so this makes sense that Courtney would be bringing this up right now. But what's coming to my mind is Elvis, okay? Elvis. He is one of the greatest gospel singers of all time. I think I might have to ask my Alexa to play some Elvis gospel music today, and I think that's what Courtney wants for you to do today, too. Gospel music is full of very deep, yes, spiritual words. Go with the flow. She's here right now. Okay, she's doing one of her she's got long tongs, you know, tongs, T-O-N-G-S, like you, when you're grilling, barbecuing, and she goes, hot dogs for dinner tonight. She said, hot dogs for dinner tonight. Okay, and she's also saying, I don't know if this is my mind. She's not swiping me, so I'm going to say it. Sauerkraut and weenies. And I even see the mac and cheese on the side. Now, I know that's a normal venue, and I know I'm in the South, and that is a normal venue down here. I don't know about your venues, what you eat or not, but definitely hot dogs for dinner tonight. So now you don't have to wonder what you're having for dinner tonight, because, well, your daughter from heaven has already planned your dinner menu for tonight. Wow, I find this so beautiful. All of this. And you know that when your daughter comes through, it is always very specific. I love the ways that your daughter utilizes life. I love the ways that your daughter, as my guru, one of my very special gurus in heaven, continues to show me, teach me, and then I can share with you and keep that going. Every message your daughter gives to you, whether it's through me or any other venue in life, whether it's you in the car and you hear a song and it reminds you of her and you're connecting to your daughter in your own ways, somehow, some way we are meant to share it with life. Somehow, even the simplest ways. That doesn't mean you have to go out and meet strangers and start telling them the whole story of your daughter's life. You'll figure it out. Because your daughter is paving the path for you, creating the venues for you, painting the pictures for you so that you can get out there and create your own fairy tale life. It is a fairy tale life. I was just talking to my mother about this morning, that, you know, for many years I said that I lived a fairy tale life in metaphor. In the past year or so of my life, I began to realize, well, there's not a whole lot of metaphor about it, though there is. I really do live a fairy tale life, and it's because I've created it that way. Most people only think of fairy tales in one way, you know? But when you really begin to understand what fairy tales are and the significance of fairy tales and heaven being very important together, heaven and fairy tales, and wanting us in life to create these fairy tales, the reality and truth of fairy tales is they are not all beautiful, they are not all good, they are full of a lot of fear, a lot of ugliness and hatred, mean stepsisters and Cinderella, Snow White being given, you know, by the evil, whatever she was, witch or something, gave her the apple to eat. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Hansel and Gretel with the breadcrumbs. All of these fairy tales have great divine significance to life in the ways that heaven really, really wants more and more of us in life to live in such ways. I hope this message today finds you more than well. I hope this message brings you a big smile to your face. I know it will. Yeah, I don't know if you have an electric guitar, but buddy boy, you need to get out there and as always, every message I think I give you at the end, as I'm doing right now, Courtney always comes through and she's like, you gotta dance, Ma, you gotta dance, you know, get out there. And she's like doing like, she's like, you know, you could do like the train. She's talking about the choo-choo train or something. I don't even know what a choo-choo train dance is, but she's saying that right now. The electric slide. What is that? I don't know. I love this though. And I love knowing that all these messages ultimately, divinely make sense to you. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I love you so much, Gia. Sending you a virtual hug. And I hope you have a blessed day. Until we meet again.